Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Everybody Loves Juju Talk Soups. Everybody loves Juju 1-2 Talk Soups. It's your girl Juju. Happy Resurrection Day. I don't want to say Happy Easter, but if that's what you celebrate, then, I actually acknowledge today as the Resurrection Day, the day that Jesus rose. He has risen. I hope you guys had a wonderful Sunday. Spend time with your loved ones, went to church, whatever it is, however it is that you celebrate and acknowledge the Lord and Savior. But today, I just wanted to check in and see if any of you guys were around, if you're if you're available. See how many of you want to talk some hoops with me. I'd love to have you come up into the chat and let me know you're here. Welcome to my new followers on Twitter. I love engaging with you guys and talking with you guys. You guys are wonderful over there. Funny, actually, pretty funny. Peace and blessing on this Easter Sunday. Ball for real. That's what I'm talking about. How's your Sunday? How was your day today? Huh? How was it? I hope it was blessed. I really do. When we were kids, that was looking for Easter eggs. I never knew. I never got to participate in Easter egg hunts. I never participated. I never knew that it wasn't just about getting the colorful eggs and eating them, but that sometimes not just candy was in them, but money was in them, which was funny to me. Chicago said, keep it real. Chicago came in saying happy 420 day. For those of you who celebrate 420, happy 420 day, I suppose, right? What's happening? What's happening? I just wanted to see what you guys was up to. The title of the show is Let's Make Some Predictions. I'm just curious because Chicago, you got a lot going on. I would love to hear. You got a lot going on with your portal decisions for LSU. Wait, LSU's your team, right? Okay. So if you're bold and open to share with me what you would hope to see out of the portal for your team. As everyone may or may not know, LSU picked up Kate Cavall out of Notre Dame already. They're going for someone that I had an eye on months ago, Sarah Williams from Wisconsin Badgers, senior, defensive player of the year of the Big Two, not this season, but the last season. She averages about, if not mistaken, maybe 19 points, 10 rebounds, pretty much double. She took a visit to LSU. They wined and I had a good time with her. And then I saw something interesting on another content created on YouTube for Wiley. Now, listen, I'm not saying this is true, but for Wiley reaching out to this rumor or there's allegations that she reached out to LSU? Chicago, did you hear anything like that? And if so, as a fellow, as a fan supporter of LSU, how would you like for Wiley? How would you like to see for Wiley at LSU? Bob Real, who's your team? Tell me your team in the chat. Just to say, let's see, what did you say? Safe to say that the big from Mississippi is going to South Carolina. Oh, Mississippi State. Okay. So you're talking about Ocott, number 15. Okay. Because she took a visit, right? She took a visit. She took a visit there. And so your guess is that she'll settle on there. On South Carolina. I don't know what year she is or anything like that, or why wasn't she considered before, or what would make her consider it now. Sarah Williams, I think, is safe bet for LSU. Okay. Anybody else want to put their thoughts out there? Hey, everybody on X. It's me. Everybody loves Juju 1-2 or Julie Middleton. You might see on there. Not sure what comes up on Twitter, but I've been making some new friends over there. A lot of Juju fans. Few of them that we go back and forth. That just really appreciate Juju Watkinson. It's good to find your peoples that. And even I know that there are fans, UGS fans all over, whether they root for USC or not. So that's kind of cool, because she's really cool people. I don't see how you could have any kind of, feelings about her or not. So I saw something. So tomorrow, London Jones from UCLA is making an announcement. I think Keone McMiller is making an announcement. Malaysia, for Wiley is making an announcement. So that's why I brought this topic up, because I wanted to see what you all felt about that. I think that you think that G from Utah, you talking about Gianna Neekins, will probably end up at UCLA or Oklahoma. Okay. UCLA or Oklahoma. Gianna being so close to California, I can see that too, Chicago. I wonder if she's even interested. Did you hear that? Oh, you for real? She's UCLA? Uh-oh. Yeah, because she's a bucket. She's a bucket. She'll really like you, man. It's a great academic institution. Get a degree from UCLA. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful. That's a beautiful thing for her, if that's what she is thinking about doing. Farrah, what's your take? Happy Resurrection Day, brother. Gianna Neekins is going to the SEC. Okay, so we got a different take here, guys. We got a different take. Farrell thinks that Gianna Neekins is thinking about the SEC, which either Texas, South Carolina, or Oklahoma. I think she did take a visit to South Carolina, didn't she? A visit to Oklahoma. Actually, I don't know anything about Carolina, but the chat is saying they think. So Oklahoma could probably use her. Oklahoma or UCLA. I like those two choices for her. Oklahoma for UCLA. Since they got one of the top high school recruits, and I imagine that Chavez will be stepping right in to take the point guard position, which, God bless her, because coming in out of high school to run a team, to lead a team as a freshman is, I mean, a huge step in your early journey, in my opinion, in college. So Chavez ain't been a passer. She trying to get buckets. You know what, Bob, for real? Miss Chavez was actually demonstrating team ball as a point guard when she first started out with McDonald's All American. When she started out at the Nike Summit, but as soon as they made the announcement that Jazzy Davidson was number one, she went ham, and she was hitting the sides of the backboard and breaking and just going off, and then throwing in a little mixture of like, okay, I'll give it to you, Jazzy. I'm like, well, she's wide open. Why not give it to her? Looking the other side of the court away from her. That I'm not saying she didn't pass her the ball for an assist or anything like that, but she started to really press and do a little bit too much. She's not anything to prove. You got your scholarship, you got your nail deal. You're going to be her in Oklahoma. Maybe it for your brand, it would have been great for you, obviously, to have that distinction. It is a distinction, and it does have a lot to do with your branding, and your brands would prefer for you to be number one. So I can understand that, but for whatever reason, you weren't playing like that because you didn't necessarily have to get buckets, but if you could more than adequately deliver the ball for wonderful assists, because I've seen her clips in high school. She got some fancy passes. She got some cool little no lookers and stuff like that. Very entertaining. If that's what she could do, she has other things than just scoring. So whatever reasons that they chose Sienna and Jazzy one game and then Jazzy another and then her this one, I think it's fair to say that the three of them are pretty much the top players in the country. But